Okay, everybody, I wanted to show you the method of having white rollers and gray rollers, a rotation. What this is allowing her to have different type of curl patterns. I'm going to take out this white roller right here so you can see the different type of curl. And you're able to see how the gray rollers look, and she got a mixture in how the white rollers look. Basically, whatever colors you choose, you can rotate two colors, your choice. But her hair is really, really long. So, hypothetically speaking, the medium, small the curl can be, the classier size curly curls she can have. But I'm going to take the whole thing down. Make sure everybody, when you do this procedure, this is the third procedure. This was the neutralizer. I just got through rinsing it out. Make sure you rinse it out in cold water. And after you rinse it out in cold water, go back over again. Sometimes it has like a residue sticky feeling. And after that, rinse it off really well. If you need to do a rinse, you can do a rinse behind it, a color rinse that's already in the bottle. And then after that, of course, rinse it out. And then go ahead and proceed with your trim. But I just want you to see you have to be 100% virgin hair. And of course, this young lady was. And we rolled the whole thing up. Like I said, if it's slippery, you kind of see something sparkly right there. I'm gonna rinse this thing out cold water, but you have to do cold water. Like I said, the cold water locks the curl in. A lot of people ask me, do this come in normal, regular, and mild? Depends on what company you choose. You can get a curly perm or find a curly perm on the shelf or online, whatever the product person is selling the product in different strengths. So hypothetically speaking, depends on coarseness. My apologies. You can find them in medium, mild, and super. I believe Carefree and Wave Nouveau for sure has the different type of regular, medium, and mild. Also, another thing I wanted to talk about, don't forget about it. If you're on any medicine or on high blood pressure pills, birth control, or any type of medicine, be mindful that it can make your hair come out. If you on any such things, never ever use a tight comb. Always use your fingers or wide tooth comb. Want to again stress, if you use a comb, use something big like this. None of these tight combs in my sink is feasible for this situation. Excuse me. And hypothetically speaking, if you find yourself putting product in it and your hair is sticky or feel like it's cake, rinse it out once a week. Again, as I stated in one of my videos, and make sure you rinse it out once a week. And then after you rinse it out, apply a product to it. Wear the plastic cap on your head every night for the first 7 days. The plastic cap. Thereafter, put a bonnet on it and put the product. If you, hypothetically speaking, skip one day, make sure it's not dry the day you skip. If it is, don't skip no days. But because when it's dry, it breaks and it snaps and pops. Somebody asked me, can they put a couple tracks in between it? Just be mindful if you decide to braid your hair and put a couple tracks in your head so you can have some curly hair in between your curly perm. Just be mindful. The hair that's braided up, you got to make sure you spray that with some either Wave Nouveau brand or whatever brand, Hawaiian Silky, whatever brand you choose to use. Make sure you saturate that braid and put some product on. That braid cannot be dry because I don't want you to take that braid down trying to track in here, and the curly perm part that was braided up is broke off and everything else is curly behind it. So be mindful of that. Again, some people say, well, can I straighten it out? I'm going to be honest. If you do straighten it out, hypothetically speaking, you straighten your hair, you're going to lose your hair. And not only lose your hair, I mean to say, my apologies, you're going to lose your curl pattern. It's a hypothetically possibility that your hair won't snap back into the same state. So I'm asking, if that's something that you don't really need to do, please don't do it. And another thing, a lot of people back in the day got this um, curly perm back in the day to grow their length out. So hypothetically speaking, if your hair grow long or get really, really long, grow it out long, yes, and you get it to your desired length, and it's time for you to get your next curly perm every 3 months, and you can say, you know what, I finally got the length of my hair that I so desired or prayed for. You can relax your hair on top of that, but you cannot go from that curly perm and so I'm gonna be natural and don't do nothing, because your new growth is gonna ask you, mommy, I need something done to my hair. Mommy, do something. And if mommy don't do nothing or anybody don't treat it, it's gonna start cracking, snapping, and pop. But you can go from a relaxer, from a curly perm to a relaxer once you get your desired length. You can say, okay, I don't want no more curly perm. My hair down past my shoulders, in the middle of my back. I want my hair straight and can get a relaxer. And of course, you got to do a virgin relaxer. Can't just do your new growth. You got to do it all over. But those are some of the tips that I wanted to share. And of course, your product is your choice that you put on it. It has to be a curly, anything for the curly perm product. And again, you put it on the first 7 days with a plastic bag. Thereafter, you go to bed thereafter in a bonnet, and never use a comb. Please, absolutely don't ever use a brush. And don't say, oh my God, this hair is bothering me. I'm going to put some blonde highlights. Color will make your hair fall out. Walk with me. I wanted to, through the salon, I wanted to grab some notes because I wanted to share some things with you as well. Also, I wanted to talk about make sure you tie it up.